Welcome back everyone. In my previous video, I had explained to you what is the format of Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 and how to frame the balance sheet out of it. Okay. Now that the items are clear, the headings and subheadings more or less, let us take a sum and how to go about doing a particular sum. Okay. You might be given a sum like this where you will be given the year-ending balances of various accounts and you will have to draft the balance sheet out of it. Now, of course, first thing and the most important thing, you need to know the format of the balance sheet, right? Now, the format of the balance sheet is a pretty lengthy one. So, of course, will you be able to do it in one day, learn it in one day? Of course not. It will take you some time to get used to the format. So please start working on it. At least read it, once or twice in, every day for a period of say a week or 10 days. And then you see it will be there in your mind. Especially if you solve at least, 5-6 sums, full length sums in this chapter, you will be completely comfortable with that. I am sure about it. Okay. So I'll tell you how to go about placing these things in the balance sheet. A little small exercise we have already done in the video. Now we are doing this as a full length sum along with the notes to accounts. Notes to accounts meaning the explanation to the balance sheet. Okay, so we start. First thing, it is given land and building 20 lakhs. Your assets and liabilities are all mixed up. Okay, so let us quickly have in mind the format here, and you should know where should land and building go. Of course, it's a fixed asset. We do have a heading for fixed asset, and in that also we have another subheading which is tangible assets. Of course, this is a tangible asset. So what I do is in the sum itself, at least for the initial few sums, I will write here fixed assets tangible. And I'll tell you why this will be important in the next step. Okay. Provision for tax. Provision for tax is payable on the income of this year, but it will be paid in the next year within say 3-4 months. So it's a short-term provision. Provision because this might not be the exact amount I will be paying. इससे थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे plus minus हो सकता है depending on what the income tax department assesses my tax to be. Okay, so it is called a short-term provision which has to be paid in the near future. So short-term provision, we have a subheading under current liabilities. Okay, so under current liabilities, the main heading, we have short-term provisions, the subheading. तो ये उसमें चला जाएगा. Okay. Be very clear, we cannot write in the balance sheet land and building provision for tax. नहीं लिख सकते. Why? Because you have to understand that in real life there might be 5, 10, 15 short-term provisions that the company is making. Now imagine if the company comes up with a balance sheet with everything written there. सारा लिखा हुआ short-term provision के अंदर और वैसे ही सब कुछ सारा written. So this will be a 4-page balance sheet. It will not be able to present it and print it in the audited format. Okay? इसीलिए ये main headings ही लिख सकते हैं. Like short-term provision. Short-term provision, whatever is a short-term provision will be clubbed under short-term provision. We'll show it in the notes to accounts as an explanation. लेकिन ये main format में नहीं रह सकता. So the format has to be strictly adhered to. Yeah? Provision for tax. So this goes to short-term provision. Then comes advances from customers. Advances from customers meaning customers have given you certain advance. For what? Goods maybe. Goods and services. You will have to return them in the near future, short term. So this is a kind of a current liability to you. Now under which heading of current liability will I place it? It is not trade payables, it is not short-term borrowings, it is not short-term provisions. So where will I put it? Other current liabilities. Alright? So that's how we need to figure out under current liabilities, other current liabilities. ये short form सारा learn कर लेना. This will be very easy to mark it like that. Then revaluation reserve. It is a reserve created out of revaluation of fixed assets. So now it's a specific reserve should be shown under reserves and surplus. कोई भी reserves and surplus हो जाएगा. So this will go under reserves and surplus. Equity share capital. Share capital shareholders funds में जाता है under share capital, right? So this will go under shareholders funds, share capital. Statement of profit and loss. It is surplus for you, right? Reserves and surplus. अब surplus लेकिन दिया हुआ bracket. What does this bracket signify? That it's a loss, a negative balance. Positive balance हो चाहे negative balance हो. This balance has to be shown under reserves and surplus only, and I'll show you how to show it. Public deposits. Public deposits are long-term borrowings, just like bank loans, debentures. So public deposits will be long-term borrowing. Okay. This is shown under non-current liabilities. ये non-current liabilities के अंदर में सब heading है. Trade payables. Now please take care of this. Due in 14 months. Payables, trade payables usually हम creditors और bills payable क्या समझते हैं? Current liability. But there is an additional information given here. ये information अगर हम ignore कर दें तो trade payables current liability में चला जाएगा straight away. But due in 14 months, more than 12 months, also the operating cycle is given which is 13 months. अब ये जो trade payables है, it is to be paid not only after 1 year but also beyond the operating cycle. In the previous video we had discussed the operating cycle. तो ये operating cycle के भी बाद है. Therefore it's a long-term one. Yes, a long-term liability, a non-current liability. So trade payables is a non-current liability. Non-current liabilities में क्या-क्या subheadings है? You have to learn it like that, right? So we have long-term borrowing, long-term provisions. ये दोनों में ही नहीं आएगा, right? Deferred tax liabilities, not deferred tax liabilities, so it will be under other long-term borrowings. Yeah. So here other long-term liabilities, other long-term liabilities. Clear? Under non-current liability. So this is the main heading. This is the subheading. Clear? Some sums will just ask you this. You just tell me, which heading and subheading it will be going under. Short questions, 1 or 2 mark question can be given to you. Capital work in progress. This is another subheading given under fixed assets. Yes, capital work being done on building up a new asset. So that goes under fixed asset under non-current assets. Clear? Then current maturities of long-term debts. There are certain long-term debts, but part of it has to be paid in the immediate future within 12 months. That's why they are called current maturities. Now they are become payable. Okay, maybe I had taken a loan for 5 years, but a part of it has to be paid in the coming year. Okay, so we need to treat it as a current liability and of course an other current liability because it will not fit into any other thing. So other current liability under current liability. Investments in shares. Investments for you is an asset. Investments in shares is a long-term investment, so it will be under non-current investments under non-current assets. Okay. Provision for gratuity. Gratuity is a payment that we need to pay to our employees when they are leaving the service. Alright. So this is a provision I create over years. बहुत साल के बाद एम्प्लॉय छोड़ रहा है तो उसको ग्रेचुइटी देना पड़ता है. So now this is a long-term provision for me. So long-term provision under non-current liabilities. So are you understanding? Here I need to know what is the meaning of this so that I need to place it under the correct subheading. Alright, that's how we need to go about it. Then we have trade receivables. Trade receivables is a subheading already under current assets and trade receivables है ही. Bills payable is current liability and that should come under trade payables because trade payables is the sum of bills payable and creditors. Then interest accrued on investments. Investments and assets तो उस पे interest मिलना चाहिए, right? Interest accrued meaning you have earned but you have not received. So it's a current asset for you. This is a current asset and should be going under other current assets. Okay. Then cash credit from bank. It's a short-term borrowing, just like bank overdraft, similar to that. So that goes under short-term borrowing under current liabilities. Then capital advances. Capital advances, I already told you that suppose you're purchasing a fixed asset and you have made an advance payment for that. It's not goods, it is asset. So that capital advances will come under long-term loans and advances under non-current assets. Right? You have made an advance, you will receive the fixed asset, so it's an asset for you. Then preference share capital again goes to shareholders funds, again share capital. We have preference also, we have equity also. Both will go under the same heading. Security deposits with electricity department or board. So you have made a deposit, of course you will be getting it back whenever you give away the connection, right? But this is not for a short term, this is for a long term. This will be there with the security with the electricity board for a long number of years. So here that will also come as long term loans and advances under non-current assets. Stock of materials, be it finished goods, raw materials, work in progress. जो भी stock है वो सब जाएगा inventory में. Inventories under current assets. Okay. Bank balance, cash and cash equivalents, right? Bank balance is as good as cash. So कोई भी cash balance, bank balance, anything like that will go under cash and cash equivalents under current assets. So we know where to place each. Then some additional information is also given. Proposed dividend for the year ending 31st March 2020, same year, is 70,000. I told you proposed dividend is not yet a confirmed liability. It depends on whether my shareholders approve it or not. अगर approve कर दिया तो liability है, नहीं तो of course the amount can also be changed. Maybe we have to pay 80,000 as demanded by shareholders. So I don't know yet. It's not a proper liability for me. So this will be shown as a contingent liability in the notes to accounts. This will not go anywhere in the balance sheet format. Then, company holds investments on which uncalled amount of 15,000 is there. Now, investments you have, you are owning of some other company, yes, and uncalled amount is 15,000. Suppose it is called, you will have to pay, right? So this is a commitment for the company. This will be shown under commitments in the notes to accounts. Alright? Now what is this notes to accounts all about? Notes to accounts meaning the explanation to what is given in the balance sheet. I told you we cannot show all of it. We cannot show land and building there. तो मुझे पता कैसे चलेगा कि fixed assets में जो मैं amount दिखा रही हूँ वो क्या है? What is it? What kind of asset is it? So here the notes to accounts come into picture. Okay, so notes to accounts will clearly show, okay, this is land and building. I will show you how to make the notes to accounts. Now let us see. Now of course notes to accounts will be numbered kind of. In that sequence we have to put in that column for notes to accounts. Okay, in the balance sheet. So the first thing we will find out is we will start remembering the format as such. So equities and liabilities. उसमें कोई amount नहीं होता है. Right? उसके नीचे आता है shareholders funds. Shareholders funds में भी corresponding कोई amount नहीं होता है. Under that we have share capital. तो पहला notes उसी का बन सकता है. तो share capital का कोई figure है कि नहीं? है, बिल्कुल है. Share capital here. So what I do is I will write the note number I will have to prepare. बस यहाँ से उठाया और note में डाल दिया and it will be done in quickly in 5-10 minutes. So here share capital. So of course I will make note number 1 for that. I also have another figure, note number 1. Both will be shown as one single note here, right? So this is done as note number 1. Then note number 2. After that क्या है? उस sequence में share capital के बाद reserves and surplus आता है. तो कोई reserves and surplus का amount है? Yes, यहाँ पे है reserves and surplus. Also we have one more figure, तो ये भी note number 2 में जाएगा. We have two things here of reserves and surplus. Yes. So we can quickly check it here. Then note number 3. Point number 3 is money received against share warrants. तो वैसा कुछ भी नहीं दिया है. तो कोई सब heading अगर नहीं दिया है सामने, we will not mention it in the format. Okay, we can skip that. But we will have to put the main headings always. anytime. Okay. Now, so shareholder funds is done. 1, 2, 3. Then point number 2 is share application money pending allotment. Right? That is also not given here, but since it's a main heading, we will just write it in the balance sheet and leave it. Of course, uska notes to accounts to nahi banega, right? So that brings us to non-current liabilities. Let us see कितना non-current liabilities है मेरे पास. Okay, non-current liabilities में long-term borrowings is the first thing that comes. So I'll make note number 3 for that. I don't have any other long-term borrowing. Done. Note number 3. Note number 4 might be for deferred tax, which is not given here. So no note number for that. Then is other long-term liabilities. We do have other long-term liabilities. So uska note number 4 banega. Here we do not have any other long-term liability. So note number 4 done. Note number 5 might be for long-term provisions. We do have a long-term provision here. So note number 5 you will make for long-term provision. So now you're getting how you are making it in that sequence here. So long-term provisions done, and we don't have any other long-term provision. Fine. So non-current liabilities हो गया. अब current liabilities में लो. Current liabilities में क्या क्या है? That's how you go about it. Short-term borrowings. Do we have any short-term borrowings? Yes, we do have a short-term borrowings. Note number 6 उसके लिए बन जाएगा because it is written cash credit. So short-term borrowings नहीं दिया हुआ है, right? So we will make a note for short-term borrowing. Then we do have trade payables. Now trade payables, of course we have not in the current liabilities, we have it in the non-current liabilities. But we do have bills payable which comes under trade payables. So we'll make note number 7 for that. Alright, trade payables. Set. Number 8. We also have short-term provisions and other current liabilities, right? So here we will have to make other current liabilities at the end, then or maybe you can make it before also. We can interchange the subheadings, that is not a problem. So then we have other current liabilities. Here we have current maturities of long term. So note number 8 for that. Okay. Do we have any other current liability? No. Okay. Then we come to short term provision. We did have a short term provision for tax. Right? Okay, where is that? Short term provision. Yes, here provision for tax. So this is note number 8. Here under current liabilities. So current liabilities also done. We will just quickly have a check so that we are just left with assets. Sub liabilities का note हमने डाल दिया है. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is one more other current liability. Other current liability we have made note number 8. Okay. So that comes as note number 9. Other current liabilities का note number 8 and short term provision का note number 9. So 1 to 9 comes under liability side. Let us see in the asset side what do we have to make as notes. First thing will be for fixed assets. Fixed assets and that too tangible. So this will be note number 10. Okay. Then we have other fixed assets. Here also non-current liability. Now here capital work in progress is given to me. तो capital work in progress तो ऐसे भी मेरा proper subheading है ना, उसके नीचे मुझे कुछ explain करने की जरूरत नहीं. So I will not make any note for this. I don't need to. Alright. So after this fixed asset, I have nothing else in that fixed asset subdivision. Okay. No intangible asset under development or no intangible assets. Okay. So here I can do away with that. Then other non-current assets में आ जाते हैं. We come to non-current investments. So we can make the next for that. Note number 11 for that. Non-current investments. Then we have long-term loans and advances. So we can make this 12. Number 12 for that. Another there. Long-term loans and advances. Alright. Then we are left only with current assets, I guess. Yes. So current assets में ये other current assets में. So let us take inventories first. Inventories here. So we'll make note number 13 for inventories. Cash and cash equivalent 14 and 15. I'll make for other current assets here. Other current assets, yes. Note number 15 for that. Trade receivable. Now trade receivables I don't have to make a note because ये already एक सबहेडिंग है वहाँ पर. जो भी ऐसा स्पेसिफिक सबहेडिंग के हिसाब से नहीं है उसके लिए नोट्स बनाना है, राइट? So trade receivables already given to me as trade receivables. I don't have to explain it further, so I don't need a note to it. So these two items I don't need to make a notes to accounts. बाकी सबका notes to accounts बन जाएगा, right? Including commitment and contingent liability. Okay. So next we see how we are supposed to show the notes to accounts. So once we have decided what all notes to prepare and how to go about it, we first thing we make the notes to accounts and then we will frame the final balance sheet. Notes to accounts, note number 1 I had written share capital. Now share capital has a special notes to accounts where you first thing have to mention the authorized capital of the company. Authorized capital meaning the maximum limit up to which the company can issue shares. That might be given in the sum, might not be given in the sum, but it is mandatory to mention one line for authorized capital. And that is what I have done here. See, authorized capital, dash shares of rupees dash each. The denominations and the number has to be given and the amount has to be given here. But since it is not given in the sum, we have just left it blank. Okay? Then it gives, then you come to issued capital, subscribed capital, or in that also we have subscribed and fully paid and subscribed but not fully paid. Alright? So those things, if it is given in the sum, we will show the breakup, and otherwise we will just simply write it issued, subscribed and paid up capital. Okay? So now that is given. We have two denominations here, equity shares and preference shares. So I have written here dash number of equity shares of dash each because I don't know the denomination nominal value, and dash preference shares of dash each, but the amounts I know. I have totaled up the amounts, this plus this, 10 lakh plus 2 lakhs gives me 12 lakhs. Okay. The detailed working of the share capital notes will be done in the chapter issue of shares, because there you will have many more things to be understood. For now, this is good enough for you to understand. So 12 lakhs is this amount. This is the amount that will appear in the balance sheet. See, I have written all the things here. Share capital, I have shown 12 lakhs, and note number 1 corresponds to note number 1 here. Clear about the mechanics? Yes? So here we are making notes, reserves and surplus. We have two figures, we have clubbed them, 50 minus 40, 10 net amount. Now if at all, even if it is coming in negative, you have to show it in negative and in the balance sheet also. Since it's coming positive here, again I have not taken the brackets here, reserves and surplus, note number 2 I have written, and the amount is there. This is how we make the notes to accounts and keep putting the amounts and final amounts in the balance sheet. If you are not making notes to account on a particular thing, we have to take it directly from the sum. For example, there is no notes to accounts for capital work in progress. So no notes to accounts here, we straight away took the amount from the sum, right? It's not there in the notes. So please don't forget such items. Also, please come here and understand what are some things I am supposed to necessarily mention here and some things that I cannot, even if I skip it is okay. The main headings have to be written. Equities and liabilities, shareholders' funds. Under that, share capital, reserves and surplus is there. But the third amount, that is money received against share warrant, is not given in the sum. So I need not write it and it is perfectly fine. I then go to share application money pending allotment. This is also not given in the sum. But since this is a main heading, I have to write it here and I leave a blank here. There is no share application money pending allotment. Third, non-current liabilities for this current liabilities. These are the main 4 headings. I have to mention that. See, under non-current liabilities also there is one amount which is not given, which is deferred tax liability. So नहीं दिया है तो नहीं mention किया है, and it is okay. These 3 amounts I had as note number 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So 3 was here. See, long-term borrowings. There is only one amount. You will see, say what is the calculation in it. लेकिन long-term borrowings क्या है? We are specifying it for public deposit. So this is what needs to be mentioned in the notes. Got it? So it need not be the 2 amounts से तो ही notes बनेगा, ऐसा नहीं. अगर आपका main heading different है item से, तो तुम्हारा notes to account बनाना जरूरी है. So that's how we get notes number 3, 4 here and the points here. I have not shown all the notes to account because it's not prepared on a similar way. Then number 8 I have shown here again, other current liabilities. This one, other current liabilities. Again there were 2 items, we have totaled it up and that's how we have got 3,30,000 here. Once we are done with that, we total it up, 29 lakhs is the total of the equities and liabilities side. Same thing we are doing in the asset side. Assets I have shown here 1 note, long-term loans and advances, 2 items clubbed here and that's how we get there at 1,20,000. Fixed assets here also, the main headings are kept here, non-current assets and current assets. These are the 2 main headings that have to be mentioned. उसके अंदर में सब divisions जो है, सब headings है, whatever is given in the sum you write, whatever is not given in the sum you skip it. Fixed assets had 4 subdivisions, only 2 are given, so I have mentioned only 2. Non-current investments, long-term loans and advances. Other non-current assets are not given and deferred tax asset is not given. I have not written here in the solution. Current assets, there are 6 but only 4 are given. Short-term loans and advances is not given, current investments is not given, so I have left that. Trade receivables, no notes, but I have put the amount. Inventories, cash and cash equivalents, and other current assets, and then the total. Alright, so this is how the sum will finally look like. Your notes to accounts of all the notes and your final balance sheet. After that, please mention the heading clearly, balance sheet of the given company as at which date, and please write as at, not as in, as on, as of, no, as at the given date. Okay. Of course, you will also mention about the contingent liabilities and commitments after the notes to accounts at the end. You just have to mention whatever is given in the sum. Alright. So I hope this is pretty clear as to what you're supposed to do in a Schedule 6 format sum. You just have to know which item goes under which subheading. Quickly make a rough sketch of it, jaldi se notes to accounts banao and place it in the balance sheet. These are very simple sums, no major calculations, no major conceptual understanding. So please children do such sums so that you can score well in your ISC. Alright? Please subscribe to my channel if you still haven't subscribed, and please do like my videos and that gives me encouragement. Keep watching more of my videos. Thank you.